Moonshine.
Let's call the October 17th meeting to order. Salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call.
Mr. Cullen? Here. Ms. Curran?
Ms. Curran's excused.
Mr. D'Angelo?
Here.
Mr. Polyafco?
Here.
Mr. Parolo?
Here.
Mr. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Stelter?
Here.
Ms. Paglione?
Mrs. Paglione is excused with illness.
Mr. Chicoletti?
Here. Solicitor's report.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. There was an executive session that started at 6:30 that ended just before this meeting started. All board members who are present at this meeting were present at the executive session, along with Dr. Davis, Mr. McHugh, and myself. The following items were discussed: personnel, confidential matters, informational matters, and facilities. That is my report.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Polyafco. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Cullen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Okay, presentations and reports. Dr. Davis?
Yes, I met with State Representative Tina Davis along with State Representative Jim Prokopiak on September 25th, 2024 to discuss expanding opportunities for vocational tech education as well as with workforce development at the Bucks County Community College in our area schools. The overall consensus from the local superintendents and attendants was providing districts with more additional funding. One of the things that the two state representatives believe and are trying to do is because right now Bristol has a cap at how many kids we send to tech school, and they're trying to find a way whereby that cap be lifted and that we can send more kids. But it all came down, the local superintendents just made it clear that every additional kid over the cap is additional money the district must pay. So we let them know that it's important that they continue to do what they need to do to bring more funding to the school district. And that was the consensus of all the superintendents. That ends my report.
Dr. Davis, I just gave Julie a thing from the state. The PDA is offering grants for, I believe it actually says vocational. So I asked her to look at it. Maybe you and her she could give you a copy and look at it. And
okay.
It's a lot of money, and they're encouraging districts like us to go for it. So.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Mr. D'Angelo.
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Balser, elementary principal.
Hi, a federal programs update, including our Title I, Title II, and Title IV. Our first parent meeting was held last night, and we were required by the grant to go over each component with the parents of our grant from Title I, II, and IV, and explain to them what our funds are being used for. We also look at the Parent and Family Student Compact. Parents sign it. And then there was a sign-up sheet distributed for parents to join our PAC committee, which helps with different family engagement pieces throughout the year. Title I family engagement, first thing that we're doing this year is our Barnes & Noble night, which will be held next Thursday at 6 o'clock at the Oxford Valley location. Also, last night before the parent meeting, we had the district attorney's office. They came here to give a presentation to parents on social media awareness. Last week, the fire department visited our K-4 students for a fire prevention assembly. They learned valuable safety information, enjoyed a tour of the fire trucks, and a special thanks to our teacher, Mr. Halkowski, for volunteering to dress as a firefighter. All the students love to get a close-up look at all the gear, and we really appreciate all the volunteers who came out that day. Mr. Crossan and I have been awarded a $10,000 grant from the Bristol Complex Community Action Committee. This grant is going to allow for the integration of makerspace carts that are equipped with STEM tools that we can integrate into our gen ed classroom. So the things that Mr. Crossan has been working on the past few years in the STEM class are going to now be able, the teachers can access those types of supplies and tools into their curriculum. It could be into ELA, into science, into math. So we're pretty excited about that. It's very engaging and hands-on for the students. And a thank you to the AOC for generously funding our Principals on Wheels grant. We have mobile desks, Ms. Lair and I, which will help us to be in all areas of the school, providing on-the-spot support, increase our visibility and accessibility, and all this will help foster a very positive learning environment. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bowser. Mr. Nastasi's not here, but Dr. Davis will go over his report.
Thank you. PSATs for grades 10 and 11 were held on 10/16. College career fair is on 10/24. Participants will trade schools, community college, universities, trade representatives. The Bucks County Community College Future Ready Conference is on November 15th at the Bucks County Community College, Bristol branch. 17 seniors will attend. Homecoming took place 10/1/5, and our dance was held on 10/12 for the students. Homecoming king was Tri Anthony, and our queen was Ariana Rojotin. Our 18 to 20-year-old program has visited several local businesses to enhance work-related skills. Our warrior calf continues to do a great job making coffee and selling small edible to our students. I got to keep Mr. Natasi away from that area. Our 18 to 21 old program has gained their first job opportunity at Dunmore Aerospace Company. More details will be coming soon. I would like to thank Lexi Kiswetter, new high school English teacher who took on the job of setting up all homecoming activities last week. I would also like to thank our custodians and teachers who helped out last week with all of the homecoming activities. And the report, Mr. President.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. Okay, comprehensive plan, special education plan, Title I, II, and IV,
All submitted.
all submitted. Okay, public participation. Anyone from the public like to make any comments?
Dr. Downey?
Yes, Dr. Downey, go
Yes.
ahead.
Just want to give my name out there in case. I have a few things here, and I want the board to know this. This is really important, okay? All summer long, you had teachers come here and work with the method, the Downey method, and all of that. They came out of their own heart, they gave their own time, and they were here quite often. And that is Mr. Molden, Sydney Smith, and Miss Melanie Snyder, okay? They didn't have to, but they're all trying to make our program work, which you've invested in. And I want you to know that these teachers are going above and beyond. We just had the Lafayette Historical Concert. Most of you are aware of that, yes? I don't know if anybody was there. Were you, anybody there at all?
I was there, Dr. Downey was very
Okay.
good.
These kids killed it. They killed it. They were combined with the high school. I had officials from the town residents calling my phone saying, Joe, oh my God. Actually, I got to be honest with you, as a band director, and I'm not faulting Pennsbury because I love Pennsbury, okay? But in many respects, I thought we sounded as good as Pennsbury, without a doubt. The kids played with excellence. But what was so amazing, and what our compliments are really on, is the fact of the discipline that was out there. Those kids literally sat for 3.5 hours. And if you had the United States Marine Corps band here, they would have exemplified everything the Marine Corps band was doing with the same type of discipline. It was so much to be proud of. Like, the town, in many ways, respects everything that's happening with these kids. And I think we've got a great bunch of kids who really care about this. And most of all, you have teachers giving up their time, and they all came, including your choir director. She's not instrumental music. She followed us all the way with all this Lafayette stuff, through the rehearsals, through everything. It took extra time. She was there. And I just want to let you know that Melanie Snyder and Jason Molden, you just couldn't get two better employees than these two people. You've got to know it. We had a few kinks in our program. Everybody knows that. We had, an absence or whatever. And the bottom line is they have reigned in and just stepped up to the plate so well. Jason has ran practices, doesn't have to be here running them, and it's not his job, okay? Melanie's here, it's not her job. They're doing it because they care. And this has got to be noticed, because I've worked in school districts before, and you know, hey, I don't want to be bothered with that. You know, I've done my job, I'm going home. Maybe even clock out early, you know? That's not the way it's I mean, Bristol Borough should be proud of some of the teachers that are here. They have to know that. I'm saying it publicly. I want people to know that are out there. I'm proud of them. They're doing an excellent job, and they should know that these teachers are great teachers, and they're doing a phenomenal job. Okay, so I also want to thank the board. I want to thank Dr. Brodus for providing us with buses, for chairs, and everything we needed for that concert. That was not an easy thing to pull off, okay? And it was all pulled off superbly with all of your help. We couldn't have done it without. It was impossible. I want to thank the parents for being here. Parents put their time in too. They were all assisting. There were a lot of kids there. And they, like I said, all of it, you just couldn't have had a better performing day. It was incredible. Miss Melanie Snyder is now starting, which Bristol should be proud of, a show choir in a high school. And we're going to work on that slowly. Don't expect anything yet, okay? It's coming slowly. I was there today. We were working with the kids. You had a few kids there. I'm not going to say we had a lot. We did not have a lot. The kids that were there are totally invested. More kids have already positively said they're going to be there next week. If we could just build that to a nominal crowd or whatever, so we can get to 4-part harmony, I think by the end of the year, you're going to have something else to be really proud of. And she worked well with the kids today, and I think that's going to happen. So be on the alert for that. It's coming, okay? The high school band under Jason Molden is going really well. I was there today helping with the kids playing and listening to them and all. He's doing a great job with them. We're in a better situation with the high school band this year than we were last year, because now we have 2 periods. Nick Nastasi, our principal, has afforded us that time. I thank him for that publicly too. He's putting all that he can behind this program, and this will work. It is definitely working, and I think by the end of the year you're going to be surprised with that too. Now, there's one other thing here that I'm going to just tell you about, and if you have any problems with it, let me know, okay? Anybody that was there noticed the community band was in the front? Well, we have a little connection with the community band. The person who's teaching those musicians right now in that band is my former student from Princeton. He's one of my students. I think he was 208 or 210 graduate or whatever, okay? I taught him and his brother, both very competent musicians, okay? So we all got together and we thought, I've done this at Princeton. My brother started this years ago, okay? It's a big fundraiser too for band. A night at the dance. I don't know how you guys would love this and girls would love this, okay? But by the end of the year, if we could pull this off, they would, in fact, it's my idea, so I asked him. I said, if we could pull this off and get the permission to do it, we would have a night at the dance, which means you come here in a cafeteria, we set it up like a little cabaret style, you can buy chips or soda or whatever, right? And you come with your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, your kids, and if you went to Princeton and a night to dance, they're anywhere from 5 all the way up to 105, okay? And they're all dancing, swing dancing, waltz, cha-cha, whatever, and you actually dance the whole night away. I think our kids are going to be capable of doing this by the end of the year, and if we teamed up with the community band, naturally they would pick up the slack because it's like a couple-hour gig. So the bottom line is, you would come here and actually enjoy yourself in a family atmosphere with our Bristol Borough residents. And it's a great fundraiser. So think about that. I'm not asking for a yes tonight, okay? Tomorrow? Yes. No, I'm not kidding. Anyway, and I guess that's basically it. I also would like to give a plug, and maybe I shouldn't be doing this, but I will anyway, okay? We do have College of New Jersey in our backyard here, okay? Quite a competent college. We have Bucks County Community College. We have teachers in town that teach there, but there's one college here that's close to us, and it's called, and I don't know if we even recommend this if they're going to be here and maybe they should be invited, Kieran University. Has anybody heard of Kieran University? Okay. I've had a lot of contacts with that through, other areas that I work with, and the bottom line is, I think they're a good resource. I really do. And they also have a teaching program. They're going to start a graduate program, the whole thing. That's another avenue for our kids. I just wanted to make that known. We may want to research that or invite them to be part of whatever we're doing, and maybe they would oblige, maybe they wouldn't, but I think they will. So, I've heard all good, it's been all good. I haven't heard a negative thing about Caring. So, I'd like to give them a plug. I guess that's it. And again, I can't thank you enough. I know we probably put you through a lot of, with the busing and all of that stuff, we did, and the chairs and everything else. But whoever was there, if you witnessed what happened, you would have never regretted. That gave this, we have such good PR right now, it's unbelievable. So the only thing we have to do right now is keep working on it. Thank you. Appreciate it all.
Thank you, Dr. Downey. Thank you, Dr. Downey. Okay, let's go on to routine monthly business.
Okay. Mr. President, I motion under routine monthly business to approve the minutes of September 19th, 2024 meeting. Also to approve the list of bills for the October 2024 and approve the treasurer's report for September 2024.
Do I have a second? Second, Mr. Cullen. All those in favor? Aye. Nays, abstention, motion carries. New business.
Okay, item 7A, approve the revised Bucks County Technical School articles of agreement, and that is attached.
Okay. Any questions?
Second, get the second.
Second? Second. Mr. Cullen, any questions?
Yeah, I just have a question. I know it's, is there anything really significant?
The only significant change in the agreement is our percentage was 3.79% of the total pool, and now it's 3.82. So it went up 0.03%. Everything else was, the red line agreement was pretty standard.
Was it 3 point what?
It was 3.79, now it's 3.82. The formula, yeah.
Yeah, and just as you were talking about getting, allowing you to get more seats. So, that's a formula that the tech school sets up. And the issue was always that a lot of the big schools would have like 400 seats. They would only send 350 kids. And we would say, well, we'll fill that slot. And they would say, well, no, you can't, you have to pay for it.
Yes.
So, basically what happens is when big schools don't send their total allotment, that difference in cost gets spread out amongst everybody. So really, they're getting an advantage.
Some of the bigger schools, with the newer schools that are
Yes.
being built, they're offering more programs
In-house, right.
So
But my
they're
point is,
attracting less
I know Dr.
staff.
Davis is talking about, and Dave, we did this a few times. If we had kids that really wanted to go, and we made an exception. The problem is that the cost, it hits you years down the line. But what I would say is, maybe we can sit and talk with Mr. DeGeorge or the people that run up there. And, listen, it kills me to have to say, like we do a lottery. It hurts to have to say the kid that really wants to go, that doesn't go, because here's another problem, and I'm not blaming anybody, but sometimes a kid says, yeah, I want to go, wins the lottery, another kid doesn't go, this kid goes for a year and says, you know what, I don't like it. Now, the tech school doesn't allow us to backfill, because they want the kid in there in 9th, 10th, it's like a 4-year deal. So, but we still have to pay for it. So when that kid drops out, we don't even get to fill it. So those are two issues that I think we should be able to come to some kind of agreement there.
I think it's a rolling enrollment.
You can't go.
Right.
So if you have somebody that's
We can't put
in
someone
10th
in
grade
that.
and you drop out
There's an extra seat in ninth.
in 9th grade coming in.
So if there was 14 in ninth, it would go to 15.
Right, but my point to you is that
We can't backfill that.
there might be a kid that wants to go, and all that he has missed is that 9th grade year, or he or she.
Yeah.
And my point is, maybe we can get the kid to go in the summer to get caught, if they really want to go. It's just unfairness that kind of happens, it's nobody's fault, but we should be looking for a way to fill that seat, not give another kid one next year, because that doesn't help the kid that wants to go this year. But I, like I said, just talk to him about it.
Isn't there some kind
Go
of,
back to the work program.
obviously, there's no funding out there. Wouldn't there be maybe the state or the government to
That's what he
even
said.
split with us.
That's what he said.
So we could get
That
some
meeting,
extra
that was the
seats.
purpose of that
Chris,
meeting.
do we have a total for a student to go to?
It's around 20. Yeah, and we
So
have
which
about,
additional kid are you saying?
yeah, and our rolling numbers usually between like 56 and 60 kids at one time. So it's almost like 15 a grade.
All right.
To see if there's any.
No, go ahead.
No, we're good.
All
I
right,
can look.
Any other
Yeah.
questions?
we're good? Okay. All right, so we need to vote on this. We have a
Yes.
second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item number 8, personnel.
Item 8, personnel. Mr. President, I motion to approve to grant tenure to the following teachers who have successfully completed requirements established by PDE and recommended by district administration. Michelangelo, Anna Rosado, and Amy Daly.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Cullen, all those in favor?
Aye.
Question?
No, I just want to say that what Mr. Downey said about what great teachers we had, and I just want to say, I'm proud to grant these 3 people because I see what they do, and they're really a big part of it. So it's nice to know, and that's a credit for the hiring process. And even our newest teachers that you've hired this year, we're going to vote on a few of them tonight for some supplementals, and you've done a great job. They're quality people, and they know what it means to teach in Bristol. That, like Dr. Downey says, you go above and beyond because you're a teacher. And so that's all
I have a
to
quick
say.
question.
Yes.
What are the requirements to get your tenure?
3 years, 1 day. They beyond it.
Yeah, they're beyond that.
And satisfactory evaluations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we have a motion, we have a second by Mr. Cullen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item
Okay,
B.
item B, Mr. President, I motion to approve the hire of the following supplemental positions for 2024-2025 school year. The rate of pay as per the master's agreement, all pending clearances. Daniel Ayala Jr., middle school baseball. Robert Perry, 75%, Michelle Senna, 25% dramatics, and Parker Kelly, middle school girls basketball.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Cullen, any questions?
Yeah, I would just say Robert Perry, many of us saw him, he's a Bristol graduate, a great kid. He is our English teacher, I think, one of our English, Spanish. And he starred in the play. He was really good when he starred in the play. So it's, again, here's somebody coming back that really wants to get involved. So I'm proud to endorse all these people.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item C.
Mr. President, approve the hire of the following van aide, $14.60 per hour, no benefits, as per negotiated agreement, effective 2024-2025 school year, pending clearances. Jennifer Larissy.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Cullen? Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item D.
I motion to approve the hire of the following PCAs at a rate of $16.34 per hour, no benefits as per negotiated agreement, effective 2024-2025 school year, pending clearances. Sheila Alicia and Samantha V.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Cullen, any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item E.
Mr. President, motion to approve the hire of the following district daily substitute teachers at a rate of $150 per day, no benefits as per the master agreement, effective 2024-2025 school year, pending clearances. Cara Fabiano and Joseph Downey.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Cullen, any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item F.
Mr. President, I motion to approve the hire of Joseph Downey as the external instrumental music consultant at a salary of $25,000, no benefits, for the 2024-2025 school year.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Cullen, any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item G.
Mr. Mr. President, I motion to approve to hire Joseph Downey with a one-year contract as a contractor with the salary of $5,000, no benefits, for the 2024-2025 school year.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Collins?
My only
Any
question,
questions?
yeah, my only question is, there's obviously the same person, for two different things.
Two different things.
Same thing we did last year.
Yes, okay.
Yeah,
And,
one
uh,
is,
clarity.
yeah.
The contractor has the more flexible hours and does a lot of different things than external.
Okay.
That's what you're going for.
Okay, anyone from the we got to
Yeah,
vote on
vote,
that
yeah.
item. Okay, Mr. D'Angelo, Mr. Collins second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Nays, motion carries. Public participation. Anyone from the public?
Anybody out there?
No one's out there.
Anybody
Public
wanna call in?
participation is closed. Information and discussion, the next public meeting is Thursday, November 14th, 2024. We'll go around the horn. Mr. Smith?
Yeah, I'd like to just thank Dr. Downey and Mr. Molden and Mrs. Snyder for the great job they're doing with the band. And I also want to congratulate and wish good luck to Brianna, who is getting married this Saturday. That's it.
Okay, Mr. Collins?
I just want to say that everything looks good, the school looks good. I'm glad that, I'll agree with John, we had a lot of good hires. Thank the administration for that, and I wish them all good luck.
Mr. Prohl?
Yeah, no, I like to just say the same thing. Everything's looking good. The press box is getting done. It looks good. So, and all the hiring is good. Dr. Davis is doing a great job, and Steve Cohen's waiting for another award.
Okay. Mr. Poliafico?
I'm good, nothing.
Mr. Stiltner?
Nothing, just what everyone else said, everything's looking good. The school year's off to a good start, and
Dr. Davis?
Yes, everything's looking good, but one point that everyone has made it, if you notice on our agendas for the last couple of months, you're starting to see not only the young teachers get involved, but you're starting to see teachers who have many years of experience that were not involved are getting involved. Like, how many years did we go without a drama teacher? Because we had to go from the outside. Here we have two internal candidates who are willing to take the time. Now we can do really some good recruiting because they're inside the building. So as you see, a lot of those things are happening, that our teachers are becoming, the older staff, the veteran staff are coming back involved. So it's not about the cash flow, okay? And our younger teachers are eager and hungry, and they're willing to do whatever necessary. So a lot of good things are going on. I'm glad to see the boards recognizing that and being part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. Mr. Trullo?
Nothing this month. Thank you, Mr.
Mr.
President.
D'Angelo?
I just got one thing, again, I agree, the new teachers, it's been, not only for those ones we granted tenant, but the new crop that you hired, they're quality people, and they fit right in. You know, it's not my job, or I don't know what to do, it's what can I do? The only other thing I would like to mention is on Monday of this week, at the Bucks IU, we had a ceremony. We usually have a ceremony if someone, one of the IU employees or one of our aides passes away. During COVID, it kind of got interrupted, but this year we actually lost last 2 years I've lost 3 of our teachers. But we had a ceremony on Monday, and one of the honorees was Paul Gosselin Jr., or the third actually, who was an aide here and passed away in 2020. And it was just a nice thing, and the people at the IU had so many nice things to say. His family was there, and certainly we apologize for having to wait 4 years, but so many good things were said about Paul and how he connected with kids, and his life was cut short, but he made a difference with kids in Bristol, and I think that his parents got to hear that, not from me, from the people at the IU that worked with him and that supervised him. So I just wanted to bring that up.
Okay, thank you, Mr. D'Angelo. Okay, my only comments are that I was present at the concert for, not the concert, the Lafayette, and I saw our students perform, and they were very well behaved, and it was a very nice affair. The second thing is that the next meeting, I'm hoping to have from Mr. Gatto the report on the renovations of the security area in the front of the high school lobby. We had an architect come out and draw up several plans for the board to approve. We will approve I think there's 2 or 3 plans, so we'll have to sit down and approve that, but I want the public to know that we're looking to enhance that area for security. Okay, so with no other questions, I'll have a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
So move, Mr. Piaf.